The Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake. Is it still happening? Over the last few weeks, conflicting reports have been released, with some people saying that this remake of one of the greatest Star Wars games ever is no longer in production, even going as far as to claim that the studio working on it is out of money. However, there are other scoopers saying that they have heard from people who are still working on the video game that the game is in active development. So who should we believe? Will we ever even get this game? And how does Dave Filoni's recent promotion affect this game and the future of content that we will receive from the Old Republic era? Stick around to the end of this video to see all the evidence about this KOTOR remake and whether or not it is happening, and to see why I think the Old Republic is going to be so important to Star Wars in the near future. So smash a like on this video and let's break this all down. So what the is going on with this game? Over 2 years ago, in 2021, Sony announced the remake of one of the greatest Star Wars games in Knights of the Old Republic. Now, the company that Sony has recreating this game is called Embracer. They own many different gaming studios like Gearbox, Saber Interactive, and others, but the studio that they gave KOTOR was Aspyr Media. Okay, that might have been a little bit confusing. So to clarify, Sony hires the company Embracer, and Embracer gives the project to one of their studios, which is Aspyr Media, to create the game. However, after 2 years and 0 updates from this company, and even the really short teaser trailer that was released when this game was announced all the way back in 2021 has been taken down, and Sony claims that it's because of copyright issues, but I'm not buying that. And I don't think anybody else is either, because with the lack of announcements and the taking down of the teaser trailer for the game, a lot of industry insiders came out with a lot of different articles talking about how this game is dead. And this is when we received the news that the KOTOR remake was being transitioned from one studio to the next. Aspyr is no longer working on the game, instead it's Saber Interactive. This came along with the news that Embracer is not in a good spot financially. They're actually trying to sell many of their studios to stay alive. And this led to even more articles about the Knights of the Old Republic remake not being made, with a lot of scoopers calling it dead in the water. It still exists in concept, but it's not being worked on by anybody. And what didn't help was while these reports were coming out, Embracer and Sony and Disney were silent, leading fans to believe all of these reports because there was nothing to contradict it. And let's be honest, all the evidence seems pretty clear. Embracer's going out of business and they don't have enough money to make this game. But there is some light at the end of the tunnel, as recently there have been some reports that this game is still being worked on. And these reports come from the people who are actually working on the game. Employees at Saber Interactive have come out and said that they are still working on the Knights of the Old Republic remake, which is the best news that Star Wars fans have received about this game in over 2 years. And all it took was hundreds of articles to be written about this game being dead. However, even with that good news of this project still being in development, one thing is clear: this game is in trouble. Embracer is still losing money and still having to sell all of their studios, and any day now, Saber Interactive could be the next studio to go. It also seems like Lucasfilm doesn't really care about this game at this moment. They have their hands full. They have a bunch of other projects going on that all center around a different time period in the Star Wars galaxy. The Old Republic, as cool as it is, has yet to be explored at all in Star Wars canon. And honestly, this all might be good news. With Dave Filoni last week getting the promotion to Chief Creative Officer of Lucasfilm, overseeing every new project from Star Wars, it's possible that they're trying to hold off on the Old Republic so that when they go to the Old Republic, it will be a well thought out, planned saga with multiple trilogies, a ton of shows, and video games along with it. Because the Old Republic is already an era on the Star Wars timeline that is home to fan-favorite characters, and bringing those characters and stories into canon Star Wars is going to be a huge task that needs to be well thought out. And with Dave Filoni in charge now, I have no doubt in my mind that it will be well thought out and planned. but that's gonna take a while. So delaying the Knights of the Old Republic video game and waiting for the live action and animated shows to catch up to the Old Republic is a smart move. So I do think this KOTOR remake will happen, I just don't think it will be for years and years and years. But tell me in the comments what you think. Is this good news or bad? Embracer's going out of business, but the Old Republic is still being worked on at Saber Interactive. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. Smash a like on this video if you liked it. Hit subscribe and hit that bell so you get notified every time I post a video. We go live every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And every Saturday up until this Christmas, we are doing a giveaway live. So don't miss out on any of that by hitting that subscribe. And if you want more, go check out this video I just did all about Dave Filoni's promotion and what this means for the future of Star Wars.